again, and welcome everyone to Sam's 10-Minute Tuesdays. Joe Temple and I are going to be talking about something that's near and dear to your heart, we know, and it's so relevant and so timely. Joe and I had a chance to brainstorm on it and said, you know, we just really have to cover this. So, hey, Joe, how you doing today, Joe?
I am doing absolutely awesome, Mickey. And our discussion today is not just timely, but also timeless, because the underlying issues happen over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true, and it's so cool. I've been saying this for really 9 months. That's a great time to be in this business. There's probably no better time. You mentioned earlier about the age expectancy of Americans going down. Well, fact of the matter is, yeah, we are still living longer. I've talked about this before. Person's born every 8 seconds, dies every 10, and one net migrant that we can track every 15 seconds. Those are huge opportunities. It means that we have a growing population. People are living longer, and the U.S. population is growing at such a rapid pace and to your point earlier, there's the number of agents and advisors that are licensed to sell the products is going down and down. But yep. That's as if that wouldn't be reason enough to be excited about this time of year, this time in the pandemic, why it's such a great time to be in this business. Can you share some of the reasons why you think that's a great time to be in this business?
Because, as the Chinese say, in chaos there is opportunity. Every 4 years, it seems like, the political landscape is crazy and shifting and all that. So that provides repeated opportunities for our representatives that we work with. So there's always that. Before the pandemic, 40% of Americans said they wanted more life insurance. 3 out of 4 people turning 65 this year are going to need long-term care. Okay? Wow. Only about 20% of employed individuals have individual disability insurance. And during the depths of the pandemic, we lost 40 million jobs. That's 40 million people who, if they were dependent upon what their employer was providing, all of a sudden is in serious trouble. There's rollover opportunities. There's opportunities to sell individual life insurance, disability insurance, give them guidance, and people are worried. When people are worried, they actually get scared and they look to professionals like our clients to guide them. It's when things are going great and everyone's wearing rose-tinted glasses and the market's going straight up and everything's hunky-dory that people think they can do it on their own. As Tom Hegna says, retirement is not a do-it-yourself project. Your financial planning is not a do-it-yourself project. Professionals exist to make sure you don't screw it up. And that's what our clients need to remember, is that people need them now more than ever. They want advisors. It's the easiest time to get introductions because everybody wants to talk to us. They just don't realize it yet.
Yeah. You know, my dad had some advice that I remember very young, that if you don't know furs, know your furrier. And yeah, the fact of the matter is, the landscape of financial products is so much more complicated than ever was. People need to have an advisor to help them. You know, so that alone is a great example. But you mentioned before about let's see, the percentage of people that wanted life insurance policies before the pandemic. Has there been any research as to what it is now?
It's still being done because it's early in the year, but it's pretty safe to assume that that number has grown from looking at the fact that life insurance policies, the number grew last year, and the fact that every single company is backlogged on their underwriting. So the percentage of people who want life insurance is probably at least 50% at this point. Yeah. And then there's all the other products in the portfolio that we can offer the clients. Disability insurance, long-term care, annuities, you know, retirement planning, college planning, and all these other things. I mean, the chaos out there and the uncertainty makes people want the certainty of a professional advisor working with them. And that's why financial representatives or agents or whatever they're calling themselves these days should be asking all the time, who do you know who lost their job to COVID? Who do you know who's doing really well with COVID? Who do you know who's scared or concerned? Because every single person knows a bunch of individuals like that, and they want to talk to us. Just ask. And then you can run a high activity business because 350 million Americans want to talk to you.
Yep. Yep. Also interesting, you mentioned about life expectancy going down now since the pandemic, and it doesn't really matter if it's reality or perceived reality, but people are nervous, and therefore affected the life expectancy. Is that what you've gotten out of that?
Any time that there is any discussion about how long people are living should be good for financial advisors. Because if you look over the past 30 years, the average lifespan of somebody hitting retirement has grown by almost 15 years. And I'm a scientist. I'm going to bet on medical science continuing to get better. And so that means that retirements are lasting longer and longer. People need to save more. People need to understand the various risks. And that longevity is a compounding factor for the need for long-term care planning. So the opportunities are just continuously growing for an advisor to be able to meet lots and lots of clients and be able to help them out. So there is no reason why a financial advisor can't get enough introductions to sit down and help 2 or 3 or 4 clients every single day.
Yeah, I once heard that, I don't know if these numbers are correct, but because of medical science, we have the ability to live to be, they said 140. Now, I'm not sure that's quite right, but 140. Which means that you can be 140 years old being taken care of by your 120-year-old kids when their 100-year-old kids move back in the house.
Oh, geez.
It's not a pretty picture. But, you know,
no, it's not. But we're going to see 4 and 5 generations interacting, and that's going to change the dynamics. And it presents the opportunity for the advisor to be able to work across multiple generations, do better planning, and be the true resource that they can be to those families, and get their rightful seat at the table with the accountant, with the attorney as the key advisor. And the only way that they're going to do that is if they ask.
Yep. You know, and before you have some closing thoughts about how taking control of your activities really helps you make your business more recession-proof and pandemic-proof, I just want to point out that the one thing I realized back was probably in spring of last year, that never in my life I have people talk about 2 things that made the job of a financial representative so important and why it's such a great time to be in this business. And that's because never in my life have people been so top of mind talking about 2 things. Number one is mortality. You see it on the news all the time. You know, in there it looks like everybody's dying, but people's own mortality, I think, is top of mind. And the other thing is about their finances. They're concerned about their finances. Are they going to be able to survive? Are their kids going to be able to survive? They're worried about their jobs because of all those job losses, et cetera. Those are 2 distinct reasons why I think it's a great time to be in this business.
Yeah, and one of the things that helps us as financial advisors be recession-proof is we can always go see more people. If your open case list is 5 people long, you know what, and one of them falls off, all right, then you've lost 20% of your potential business. If your activity, your open cases is 50 and 1 says no or 2 say no, doesn't matter, you still have 95+%. So by running a higher activity business, you allow the probability of success to swing in your favor. Because ultimately, sales is an activity game, and introductions allow you to win the game every single day.
Well said, Joe. Again, great to chat with you. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.
Talk soon, Mickey.